Hello everyone, thanks for watching. Today I'm doing something a little different, and this is a collaboration series that I'm doing with my bestie, Craft with Tea, and we are both going to be working on the sketch that you see up in the right corner. I will be using the May kit from Kiwi Lane, which is called Summer Adventures, and I'm just going to go right to it and get to it. So this is going, like I said, this is going to be a collab of 4 different videos. We're going to showcase 4 different sketches, and she is also going to be using Kiwi Lane for this layout. So in the descriptions, you're going to see the links, and I will be posting a link right about here, and it will be taking you to her channel so that you can see her layout as well. So the first template I'm using is Groovy 7, and to me this looks like a sun. I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to be. It could also be, I guess, a jack or half a jack, but so I'm gonna use this as in place of the flower that you see there at the bottom left hand side of the paper. And can I just say, this collection, this kit was amazing. Love it. The next thing you're going to see me cutting out is the cedar trails, and basically that is going to be that strip that you see under the 3 photo boxes that are on the left. Which I don't end up doing. I end up putting something there, but it's not going to be 3 separate items. So as I cut this out, I just want to mention that everything will be inked in the Tim Holtz Distress ink, and I will be using the Hickory Smoke to distress. So I'm using the Kiwi Lane, so far Groovy, Cedar Trails. I will be also using the a la carte Waves, which is the same as I believe it's called Breezy. I believe Kiwi Lane made a little boo-boo, and they re-released these 2 templates in the kit, and they happen to already, if you have Breezy, you already have them, but that's okay. I'm going to show you a way to use these 6-inch templates, which you can see right there. I just put them together, and that creates a 12-inch. And I will be using the stripe paper, and as you can see, I'm just lining it up. And I am just going to go ahead and trace it. So that's a great way to use these 6-inch, even the card ones, you can also use for, on a 12-inch page. That's one way of using them. Of course, you can always use them as a 6-inch, or if you look at the Waves, it has different markings for 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, and 5.5 inch. I really love how the page turned out. So a sketch is really up to your interpretation. It doesn't have to be exactly the way you see it on there. Of course, you can do it that way. And I'm just I am scrapbooking with my friend, and this is actually on Kiwi Lane's 1-year anniversary of the Kiwi Club. So we were excited and waiting for the live Facebook chat that Kiwi Lane and Jennifer and Susan and all the ladies from Kiwi Lane had. Oh my God, I'm having a word blank again. They were coming online, and we were excited that it was happening, and we were scrapbooking, and I was using the kit. I was really excited. So that summer comes in the kit as well. At first, I was happy with the way it looked, and I don't end up using it, but it's super cute. It's sitting on my desk, It's made out of chipboard, and I can't wait to actually use it. I have another layout that I'd like to, that I will be making with this kit, and definitely Summer will be making it on here. I will also be using this little card, which I just kind of cut out of Tags 4T, which you'll see it pop back on here. And I used the Tags 4T to cut out the 3x4 card that says "Fun comes in many flavors." And my beautiful subject here, Leonie, is eating ice cream, and I really was looking for an ice pop, but then I was like, wait a minute, there's an ice cream cone right on that little Fun flavors comes in many fun comes in many flavors. So it was perfect. So I'm using this 4x6 card as my photo mat. But the first thing I'm going to do is trim the picture down a little bit. I think I cut off like maybe 1/8 of an inch off the sides. And I am going to pop it up with some fun foam. And I just saw that you can actually buy the sheets of scrapbook fun foam on scrapbook.com. So I'm not sure if it's lignin free or archival safe, but they're carrying it. So, you know, I don't know. So here's, at first I thought I was going to do my layout. I was going to turn it on its side, but I ended up turning it back on its side. And see, I keep playing with it because I'm like, oh, and that I like too. I thought that looked cute as well. But I end up putting the picture to the right of my son. And I will be using this little piece of scrap, and I will be using this heart-shaped punch, and it's a tiny little heart. It's almost like a confetti size. And I will be using that in place of using twine this time around. And this is a really old punch. I probably have had this for like 15 years. So it really is so hard to punch through. As you can tell, I'm struggling here. Usually when I don't have nails on or my nails are really nice and short, I don't struggle as much. The struggle was real, and I ended up cutting 2 other ones. So because for whatever reason, the paper kind of lifted a little bit, but works all in all, works fine. So here I'm using some art glitter glue, and I have it in a fine line bottle, and I can just do a very intricate small dot and not have to worry about the glue going everywhere. And I'm just going to hold that down for a second, and I'm working on now having a drink of water, obviously. I didn't do a very good job of editing this, I could see. So now you're going to see this ice cream, okay? And I cut this ice cream out, and I played with it, and I edited many pieces of this video. And ice cream, I wasn't feeling it. I felt it was too big. So instead we're going to go with the kite, because I figured, you know, what the heck. It came with the kit. I could hang that little tag, like if it was hanging off of the kite. We live in New Jersey, and one of the things you see down the shore, as we call it, is the planes with the advertisement hanging off the back of it. So that kind of gave me the idea of this kite with the little tag hanging off of it. So I'm going to I traced the kite part, or the top part of the kite, out of that blue little paper. And then I'm also doing the entire kite off of this gray, because I want to paper piece it, and I need a basically, like, I need something to glue my paper piecing to, so like a foundation to this. So this is my foundation here, and so I'm going to cut that real quick, And I absolutely love how this little kite turned out. It's adorable. We're going down, we'll be down the shore. This summer, we have a rental house that we will be going to sometime in August. And I'm hoping that I can recreate a picture from when my kids were little. I would probably say back in like 2004 or 5, maybe 2006, where we were flying kites on a private beach down the shore. And so I think that this little template is going to be adorable, and I hopefully can have my adult children play along and recreate this this fun picture. So I started cutting my kite, and for whatever reason, I have stopped. So I pick up my scissors again. I continue to cut my kite at this point. And I will be cutting the little, I guess they're called ribbons that you see tied to the tail. And I will cut them out of different pieces of scrap and add them on to my layout, or to my kite rather. So you definitely want to use smaller shears to cut the intricate little pieces of the kite. I think it would have been a little more complicated if I would have used a big scissor. So here I'm going to ink my 4 corners or 4 edges of my kite. I apologize for that. My notifications are on and on Facebook, and I'm dinging away. Sorry about the head. I seem to do that a lot. So I'm just trimming a little excess gray paper, and now I'm just going to look at the different pieces of scraps that I have. And as you can see, that's one of the papers that I cut my ice cream out of that I ended up not using. So I will be cutting 3 of these out. And I really love how it turned out. I'm very happy with this layout. It was a little on the simple side, and my photo layout is a portrait instead of horizontal, which is fine, or landscape. And but other than that, I mean, and the journaling, I ended up putting something on the bottom right corner, which you'll see, which was the Explorer 6T, which you'll see me do in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit, and you'll see me cut out the other 2 ties, bows, whatever they are, and I will ink each one of them, and I will adhere them with a little bit of art glitter glue, and I'm just adhering them right at the middle, and then I'm kind of fanning up the little bows, and I'll repeat that 2 other times. So I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you subscribe if you haven't done so already. I am so close to giving away a $50 gift card and to my Kiwi Lane shop. This giveaway is solely sponsored by me. Kiwi Lane does not have anything to do with it, and it is my way of thanking you, my subscribers, for subscribing to my channel. I'm going to have to think of something better for my 1,000 subscribers, which, you know, I hope to think about. And once I reach my 500, I will probably announce what my 1,000 subscriber giveaway will be. So yeah. So for those of you who have never seen Kiwi Lane, these are templates made out of a very hard plastic. It's great for a beginner crafter or a crafter who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on a die cutting machine. They're pretty much inexpensive, I would say, and they do make your pages absolutely gorgeous. So my idea was, when I first started scrapbooking, well, actually not when I first started. I've been scrapbooking for about 13 years, maybe a little more than that. But I was at a crop, and the Kiwi Lane instructor in New Jersey, Annis, that's how I was introduced. I was at a weekend crop, and I took a class. And actually, I will link right here my layout which was my first layout using Kiwi Lane. And I made a layout about that on National Scrapbook Day back in May. So as you can see, I just adhered my kite, or kind of adhered my kite, and so I used my Tombow adhesive, and I'm going to pick up this part of the sun, because I want to kind of tuck my sun behind the picture, like under my picture, above the template. I mean the photo mat. Sorry about that. And now the struggle's real. Now everything is basically down. My main parts of my layout are there, and the last thing I need is that little right hand corner on the bottom where it says journaling, something to put there, and then my title is going to go right above the picture. But I have no idea what my title is going to be. So I sift through my thickers, and I do end up finding a couple excuse me, words here, and I've named this layout Sweet Girl, because she really is a sweet girl. And I do end up adding a hashtag to it as well. So this specific thicker set is called, of course, they put a price tag right on top of it. I believe it's called Skylar. Yeah, Skylar. And that one is by Thickers. And I kind of laid the G, let it overlap over my photo, and I'm going to add the word sweet right above it. I was going to do it on the side, but I liked it on top. And then in that blank space under the S, I'm going to add a hashtag. So now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do in this right corner. So I went through my cards, and really there was nothing that really interested me. So here's where I pull out the Explore 6T. And I was thinking of adding another one up there, but yeah, there's really nothing in the layout up there. So I will quickly go back to cutting it out and bringing it down to the bottom. So I figured I would extend my yellow over to the right hand side of the page, since it's so heavy on the left side of the page, and I used the same yellow paper with the suns to cut this Explore 6T. And it's adorable, super cute. Love the versatility. There's so many things you can use that little flower or asterisk or sun. It all depends on what how you use it. So I'm going to tuck it there into the corner of my picture, And I'm going to glue it all down. And then the last thing that's left for this layout is to add some enamel dots and definitely a little bit more bling. And I also add some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in the, let's see, the teal color. So I'll be using some yellow enamel dots, and I will place 3 around my title, 3 down at the bottom right corner, and 3 around my tag. As you see, I'm putting 1 down there. So I'm starting with the smaller ones and then working my way to the larger ones. I also end up punching out a couple hearts from that same little scrap of paper that I used for the heart that's on my little tag. And then I also place them up above in my little embellishment clusters. So as this layout is getting close to the end, don't forget to stop by T's channel. I appreciate for you stopping by, and I hope that my layout has inspired you in some way. I hope you see the differences between both our layouts and how neither one of them is wrong. Like, you can interpret a sketch or use parts of a sketch. It's just there really for your inspiration. So as this page is coming to an end, I am going to leave you with the finishing touches of it. And if you stick around to the end of the video, you'll see close-up pictures of my layout, as well as links to other videos that might interest you, as well as a link to Craft with T, to my friend T's, my bestie, to her YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and have a great night.